Right, hello, Mariam.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Stanley
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Real
Perhaps he had
person
simply
ending
missed a
today,
memo.
which is not an ending that requires this. Because I know you hate that, so... We're gonna go ahead and just get straight to
When
doing
Stanley
it now.
came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct
First
way
I have
to
to
the meeting
navigate
room,
myself
and
to
Stanley
the
knew it
area.
perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge
then
first,
everything else
just to
will be
admire it.
Straightforward from there.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps
The
we've
cargo
gotten
lift.
off on the wrong foot
Right here.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley.
Now I'm gonna
You
unplug
need to
the
be
phone.
the one to do this,
And
to reach out to
even
her.
though I'm supposed to be
If you
picking
can
up the
truly
phone.
place your faith... Oh, no, you can't... Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Real person.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in
Yay,
the real
education.
world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person.
This is the
But
most
if used
boring part
incorrectly,
of the
can also
ending
be
right
the
here.
most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic.
Yeah, you know what? That's not how 2 + 4 works. Just so you know.
If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking.
I'm sorry about all
Turn
the
to a
cigarettes
partner
that
and
you're gonna
practice
see
saying,
here.
"My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack." Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been.
Look at this narrative contradiction.
This way, please. Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
You used to actually be able to squish through here, but now you can't.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting
now
the
I know
story
you're going to be
first.
against
I'm
me on
quite
this,
sure you'll
but
be up to
I'm
the
going to
task.
go right
Just
first,
follow my
and
lead
then
and you'll
you'll
be
see
fine.
what happens
All
after
right.
that.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late. Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work.
My
Why?
favorite line
For
right
what?
there.
What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it?
should still
To
go
know
in
that
the
my
other
story is now
direction.
incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work?
Look at all
I
the
don't
contradiction,
know.
including
What's
the
answer?
seat.
What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to. I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish.
Still the same room.
With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story.
Oh boy.
If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make...
And pause.
behave exactly
So,
as Stanley would.
I'm gonna go
that
the
means
other
choosing
way now.
responsibly and always
Because
putting
otherwise
the
I'm gonna
story
be
first.
stuck in
I'm
an
quite sure
infinite
you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's
get to
office,
the room
hoping he
closet.
might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping
Now,
inside
this
his
isn't the
manager's
normal
office,
look for the
Stanley
boss's
was once again
office, by the way.
stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it.
Which is also
Surely
not normal.
behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability,
And
he knew the passcode.
games
he had seen it on
do
his
not
boss's
work just like
computer
real
just
life,
last
so
week.
I
Night
can't
Shark 115.
So,
was this the code to open the door?
I can't
Would
actually
it still
speak
work?
that.
There was
The
only
game is
one
not
way to
actually
find out.
listening to me.
Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself
I'll
the
try and
courage
you'll
to
see,
face the
because usually you're
unknown.
against me on these
He
things.
drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Night Shark 115. See? It didn't work! Ah!
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall. I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step. Okay, fine, you're not going to do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what
I
it
wonder
means
how
to take
long
a
this
story
has been
seriously.
recording for.
If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We're in the ceiling of the two doors room.
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the
end.
door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Alright, so that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed. Goodbye. Have a good day.